Aqua gang, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a career and financial message, okay? We're going to talk about your bag, baby. We're going to talk about your money, your coins. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides give us exactly what we need to know for my Aquarius gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These messages are general, guys, okay? So take what resonates with you and leave the rest for whoever it's here for. Use your intuition to do that. Use your intuition to do so, okay? Take a moment and click that like button, please, guys, as it is very important. It helps in the most tremendous way. It helps people find us on this platform and it helps us grow. So I appreciate those of you who do it every single time. It does not go unnoticed. Love you down. All right. If you have not made it official already and you like my vibe, you like my style, you like my flavor, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well and become a part of the gang. Make it official. Okay. Now we do have a slight pre-shuffle, nothing too major, nothing too big. In quantity, but the quality of the message is very heightened. Okay, the energy that is aerating off of these cards is really taking up the entire space that we're in now. Okay, it's huge. And it's like two different ends of a spectrum that you're being guided towards. This is a spiritually guided message. I feel like if you are going to be resonating with this message, then you've possibly been battling with either your ability to speak up for yourself or your ability to advocate for yourself, or going toe to toe with someone who definitely has they like have some kind of power or positioning to be able to make a decision for you to level up. So that could show up as any person, right? Somebody who you're needing to get a loan from, someone who you're needing to collaborate with, someone who you would like to invest with, right? Go into business with, someone who is already in a higher position than you and who has control over you getting a promotion or you getting some form of a raise, right? It can show up in many of different ways. I feel like you've been quiet enough is the energy that I'm getting. Your wisdom has been cultivating and now it's time for you to speak up, right? Of course, do it with grace, right? Like don't go in there bogarting, but it is time for you to speak up for yourself in reference to something or someone, okay? A situation. Yeah, I'm hearing that you can move forward optimistically and you can move forward confidently, okay? You've done the work. You've been nice enough. You've been quiet enough. Now it's time for you to no longer be in that yin positioning, which is waiting to receive, but instead of waiting for some shit to happen, going forth and making shit happen, if that makes sense, okay? So we're going to start with this card is what they're saying. We have Owl, and what it reads is there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. So a transition is a change, but the way that I view transition differently than the word change is it appears to be an expansion on something that you're already doing, on something that you already have your eyes set on, or on something that you were already thinking about. This doesn't look like a complete change. It just looks like a leveling up. It looks like an adding another layer. It looks like, just kind of going to the next level if we're speaking hierarchy, okay? So wisdom is there, and I was feeling that all along. You do have a great deal of wisdom. I feel like you have either been sparing some people's feelings or you've been sparing a hard conversation, something of the sort. But now we have a lion, right? And look at the mouth. Look how wide that shit is. Okay, so it's time to start really speaking out, making your presence known, not dimming your light, allowing your talents and your abilities to speak for in and of itself, and requesting the right payout for your talents and your services, okay? So it says harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. So yeah, so there's a charging that you're needing to do. You're needing to move forward confidently, that is, okay? Magnificently is what it's saying. So you have definitely, like I said, you've earned your badges in reference to whatever this thing is that you've done or that you do. For some of you, there's a little bit more licensing that you're possibly needing to get. So maybe you're needing to go back to school. Maybe you're needing to go and get some kind of certification or certificate, or you're possibly needing to purchase something big. So like a truck or like some equipment, right? Just things to just kind of dot every I and cross every T, and then you can move forward confidently and knowing that charging what you're worth is perfectly fine. You do not need to sit back. You do not need to be quiet. You do not need to tuck your tail. Okay. There's no reason to protect those who are not protecting you. Okay. And there's no reason to be loyal to those who are not loyal to you. So I'm hearing that very specifically. Only take what resonates. Don't force shit to fit. That's for those of you who have possibly been trying to start something in a partnership or move forward on some kind of business or some kind of investing, some sort of family business. It could be for some of you, or a business with someone that you know, someone that you trust, and they're holding you back. This one, you've been loyal to this person, not wanting to take things off the ground or get things off the ground without allowing them to come. But it might be time for you to transition out of viewing this as a partnership and going more on a lone journey. Okay, so if that's you, and if you've been looking for a sign, this is your sign. Okay, that could also be a signifier for some of you that you potentially need to go it alone in business, right? So you possibly don't need to be in a partnership. For some of you, you may need to go towards promotions where you're not in a group setting, right? Where you are basically answering to yourself, not multiple bosses, is what I'm hearing. So what that feels like to me is like somebody who might be in a corporate position. Okay, where you have a manager and your manager has a manager and that manager has a manager, and then there's the VP, and then there's the, okay, all of that, right? It's a hierarchy. You've done the work in order to move up to where you don't have so many people to answer to. So just keep that in mind, whether that means that you're still in the same business, you're still in the same line of work, because it says transition, not change, but you might be transitioning to another corporation, right? You might be transitioning to another company, someone that can actually see your value, right? Instead of being loyal to one that has not promoted you, that doesn't want to give you a raise, or that doesn't want to acknowledge what you provide, right? Trying to dumb down your efforts or your value. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper here. So that was an action-packed pre-shuffle. I felt the energy anyway, so I feel like things are going to get ready to rev up internally, okay? It might feel a little bit overwhelming emotionally for you, as I feel like for some of you, you like to avoid conflict, like if necessary. You don't want unnecessary drama, unnecessary conflict, because it fucks with your energy. I get it. But it's okay to charge forward optimistically, okay? There's a protection around you. It says a protective aura. So you are being guided to do this, okay? So this might be a hard conversation that you're needing to have where there is an injustice going on. This is in the conflict positioning. What's crossing that? Okay, King of Cups, right? So there's something that you've been really loyal to, or someone that you have been really loyal to. This is a job. This is a notion of who you think you are, possibly, or a career path that you feel is prime to help you show your talents, right? It could be a number of things. There's just a bit of a transition that you're needing to make. Like I said, this is not changing an entire career, no, but viewing things from a different perspective might place you in a transitional phase where you are not in that same company, or you're not dealing with the same individuals, right? A new group of people, or a lone journey for some of you. Now, the King of Cups crossing the Justice card does appear to me to be some sort of an emotional attachment that's going on in business. Now, business and emotions normally do not mix, because business is not personal. But I feel as though whoever this is, or whatever situation this is that you may have to really give a piece of your mind or tell the truth to, right? You've been loyal to this individual or to this company, and now it's time to really make it known what you're feeling, what it is that you require, what it is that you desire, in order for you to be in a positioning financially where you are being paid your worth, okay? Accepting this and staying loyal to whatever this situation is. It has been a great deal of injustice here, so it hasn't been equal. It's out of balance, whatever this is. So that's either you're getting paid less, okay, or somebody is trying to underhandedly get you to do more work than what they are willing to pay you for, right? And they're using like emotions in order to get you there, in order to make that happen. So that looks like, bringing up how loyal you've been to the company, and how they, how they truly admire someone who can be working at a company for X amount of years, and that they see your efforts, they see your blood, sweat, and tears, and it won't go unnoticed. And, they'll pay you back down the line. But at this juncture, we're going to add X, Y, and Z to your task list without a raise, by the way, right? Like, that's just one example. That's unacceptable, you guys. You've been very calm. Okay, you've been able to manage your emotions and your feelings in regards to this situation. For some of you, this could be a coworker. Okay. Somebody who's been bad mouthing you with the justice card here. You will see justice in that situation. And the fact that you held your composure in this ordeal with this person who's been either talking behind your back, stealing your opportunities or stealing your ideas, okay? Making it really hard for you, right? Emotions are involved and you just want to work. You've been trying to really hold it down, okay? Be the mature one, be the adult. That is going to turn around. It is. I feel like there's something else at play here other than the 3D individuals that you're dealing with, okay? Spirit definitely sees how you've been holding your composure. Try not to go off the handle is what I'm hearing with this Lion card. So there may be a bit of a situation coming up. Just keep that in mind and keep your wits about you. That doesn't mean to not say anything or not to speak your piece or not to speak up for yourself. Of course you do that. But keep your wits about you, because I feel like when you do that, the higher ups, okay, this is a very specific storyline. So hold one moment for those of you who are not resonating with this. We'll move on in a minute. I have to say this though. Whoever's above you, the higher ups, they're going to be able to see your wisdom, right? They're going to be able to see how poised you are, how professional you are, okay? Your professionalism is going to speak above all. And I do feel like that gavel, because this is the justice card, right? So it's like being in the boss's office, the two of you, or being in HR's office or something like that, right? Where shit has hit the fan or you've had enough, but you are still keeping your wits about you. You're still keeping a certain level of professionalism that's going to speak for itself. And when the gavel comes down, it will come down in your favor. So just keep that in mind, okay? I feel like some people who you work with take your kindness for weakness, so there may be a few snakes around, okay? Do not allow your emotions to get the best of you as you are transitioning. You're going to be given all the tools, all the ideas, and all the opportunities necessary for you to level up. Wherever this is that you're going, or whatever change, okay, it's not a change, it's transition. Whatever transition this is that you are being guided to make, you will be given all of the tools necessary in order to be successful. So worrying is like counterproductive. It's not working. I mean, it doesn't help the situation to worry about something that you literally don't have any control over to an extent, okay? So just try to temper those emotions. We then have the Four of Cups as well as the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you have definitely been waiting, okay? Four of Cups is like, I'm over it. I'm over it type of situation. You may really be disappointed or thinking about giving up in a certain situation. There's a fresh new beginning coming. It's a transition though. So it appears to be an opportunity that you're going to get to really shine in either a new company, right? Or a new way of doing things in your same line of work. Okay, I don't get a great deal of change to where you're just up and doing something completely different. This is already something that you would have either dreamed of being able to do for work with the Ace of Pentacles, right? And you've planted the right seeds, and now here comes this opportunity. It's going to also be important for you to not focus on the downfalls, on the missed opportunities, okay? On the things that didn't work out. Because everything happens for a reason. So things that didn't work out for you, it's because that wasn't meant for you. And we now have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a high level of achievement, especially when it comes to money. Okay. This being a career and finance message, we are looking at Pentacles as a signifier of finances. Yes, but Pentacles can be anything that you find to be valuable. Okay, so for some of you, this looks like a transition where it might potentially look like you're missing out on something, but the Justice card is here. So anything that's for you will never miss you. Whatever this transition is, you're going to quickly be able to see that it wasn't a missed opportunity, that you weren't left out in the cold, okay? That this is not a pitfall. This is actually a setup for something better. A better situation. So whatever you find valuable, this might look like being able to make more money than you ever have, but have time to yourself. Okay, this looks like having like a lot of financial freedom, yet also a lot of freedom of your time. Okay, so for me to continue to reference time, for some of you that might be your number one thing. Maybe you don't get to spend a lot of time with your significant other. Maybe you don't get to spend a lot of time with your kids, with your family, shit, with yourself, right? You're always focused on the finances and what you need to do in order to elevate and get to the next step and get to the next step and get to the next step. And it feels like autopilot. You're being given an opportunity that is coming in looking like a missed opportunity, but it's not. It's going to be setting you up to transition to where you will have more control over the things that you find to be valuable. Okay. Balancing those things out with the Justice card here. So I love that for you. Okay. Let's see. Give us a little bit more here. Give us a little bit more here, please. How are we to align with this? What is the perspective? Okay, so 9 of Wands in the reverse, right? So you've been through some tough times, okay? You may have had your fair share of, I don't want to say get rich quick schemes because I don't even feel like that's up your alley, right? We have the Magician and the 3 of Cups, right? But you being celebratory about a manifestation, right? Being optimistic about a victory. Just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it's not happening. That's what I'm hearing. So we have the 4 of Cups as well as the 9 of Wands in the reverse. Those both are signifiers of somebody reflecting on the past. Okay? 9 of Wands in particular is like the wounded warrior. It's somebody who's had to face a lot of adversity. Someone who has been discouraged, right? Having a losing type of energy. And possibly even, it says overreacting, but I don't get that you're overreacting to anything. I get that your feelings are very valid and you should validate your feelings, but you should also understand that when it comes to the cosmos, right? Doing money rituals, right? And money magic and leaning on your ancestors and on spirituality, because that's what this looks like. This looks like spiritually calling in the things that you find valuable, the things that you want, your desires, okay? Again, this being a finance and career message, we will stick more to that accord, but time is also something that is extremely valuable. It deals in numbers, right? To be able to spend less time working for your money is an ultimate flex, I would say. So I feel like that's the vibe here. You can correct me if I'm wrong down in those comments. That's what I'm getting very strongly. And the Ace of Pentacles suggests that you've been planting the correct seeds. This is prime time energy to bring about the manifestations that you desire, okay? Leveling up, getting that promotion, getting that corner office, getting those investments, starting your business, the business actually being victorious and successful, right? 3 of Cups is about victory, okay? Celebrating. So for some of you, it's like I should have been celebrating a long time ago. Like I planted these seeds a long fucking time ago, and it appears that I keep losing, or it appears that these people keep getting the positions over me, or they're hiring people who haven't even been here, yet they're the ones who are in the big willy positions. What about me? What about me? Yet they keep piling work on top of me, right? Or if you resonated with that scenario that I mentioned earlier about being partnered with someone, possibly having a conversation of going into business with someone, but this person is, they deal in a lack mentality, okay? Especially with the 4 of Cups here, this is somebody who is frightened to take risks. So their manifestational powers are definitely not at the same frequency as yours. This is why you have felt stagnation, and this is also why you're going to feel the need to remove yourself. You're going to be over it after a while. The only seeds that you will notice that this person is planting that you were trying to partner with is the seeds of fear. You may be suggesting to them, it's time to pitch this now. It's time to go for this now. It's time to purchase this now. It's time to open up now. It's time to do this now. And you will always get pushed back, always get pushed back, always get pushed back. This is a frightened individual. And so at some point in time, you're going to have to recognize that this is not somebody who will be equally yoked with you in partnership, especially when it comes to money. And even if you did partner with this person, and you were finally able to convince this individual to just live and let live, is the phrasing that I'm hearing, okay? And take the risk towards this Ace of Pentacles. What is there that we have to lose? Let's do this shit. We already bought all of this stuff. We already started, and now it's stagnant. Let's move. If you convince them to do that, and things are actually victorious, right? Which they will be because you've manifested it. Spirit is trying to get you to see that this person might actually have you miss out on the heightened level that you can get to. So you won't actually get to the pinnacle of this business. You'll see some success, but not as much success as you would be able to see with somebody who's actually on your same level playing field mentally, okay? With somebody who thinks the same way that you do. Business-wise, you might be dealing with somebody who is very emotionally attached to money, or this might be somebody who doesn't have a good relationship with money, which is why you always end up getting screwed over by this person. Okay, for some of you, this could be a boss or a manager. I am hearing that. So there's a very particular scenario coming up now. This could be in the past, though, because we do have the Four of Cups as well as the Nine of Wands. And you might not recognize that on a subconscious level, this is still affecting you. But there would have been a manager or a boss, right, with the King of Cups here, who was in a positioning to make a decision for you with the Justice card, right? And it was either going to be a decision for you to be to get a promotion or to get some kind of a raise. This is a manager that was jealous of you. They didn't want to see you doing better. So you may have actually been applying for the same position, like a management position. So you would have been on their level. They never would have given you the green light, even though you qualified. Even though you planted all the right seeds to qualify for that positioning, the person who was in charge, basically, of either giving you a referral or letting the other higher ups know whether or not you were deserving of it, they would have never given the green light because you were a threat to this person. Now, on another note, I'm hearing for some of you, this could be just like a investor. Okay, so maybe you were trying to purchase some kind of real estate, right? Like a building or a vehicle, a work vehicle. You needed some kind of financing is what I'm hearing. More specifically, some kind of financing. This is somebody who is emotionally attached to the outcome of you getting the financing, you getting the loan, or you getting the okay to move forward on this business. It could be a business loan for some of you, or a line of credit for a business, or a promotion. It could be anything. Whoever this person was that was in this, this looks like a power position to me, sitting on a throne, right? Holding the keys to your future, right? To the Ace of Pentacles. Them making this decision would have leveled you up. They, for whatever reason, did not like you. For some of you, it had to do with your appearance. Okay, they could have been prejudiced against your appearance, your race, your gender, your age. Okay, there could be a little bit of ageism going on there. So all kinds of things is something very emotional and on a subconscious and personal level of this individual who had the ability to make the decision for you. This is still affecting you, and we need to remove it. Okay, it says harness the loyal and protective aura. So you are needing to tap in with your ancestors as you've been trying to manifest. You can't just do one part and not the other. If you're going to do money magic, okay, money rituals, you need to harness all of that shit and recognize that there's a protection here. Just because shit is not happening when you think it's supposed to doesn't mean that it's not happening. Hello, okay? Just because it hasn't happened when you think it was supposed to happen, right? And when you finally took a dive to go towards getting this financing, getting this promotion, getting this new thing going, you were met with a no, because whoever had a hand in this decision in reference to whether or not you would move up or get this thing that would level you up said no. There was a rejection here. But what you don't recognize is the rejection had absolutely nothing to do with you and everything to do with them and how they felt about you. There's an air of jealousy here, you guys, okay? Jealousy, envy, this could be somebody who feels like they had to work way harder than you, or they may feel like whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? Whatever their reasoning is does not matter. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. Their reason for denying you this. You deserved it. With the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles more particularly is about planting the right seed. So you did the right work. You did the work. You did. This feels like an anchor. Somebody wanted to keep you stuck. Somebody wanted to keep you in your position, right? Like keep you where you're supposed to be. Not allow you to move anywhere near that air of generational wealth and building wealth for yourself, right? Moving beyond the materialistic things, but really talking about like having some shit for your lineage, right? That's what you were trying to do. You were in prime time energy, like I said, to manifest that. This obstacle showed up for a reason, however, okay? Everything happens for a reason. And I do feel like whoever this person is, you're going to be able to see firsthand some shit happen to them. I'm just saying, right? I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but they can't get away with this shit. And you're going to need to be able to see this, is what I'm hearing, in order for you to be able to understand that this wasn't a missed opportunity because of you. You did the work. You did the right thing. And it also feels like a second opportunity, like a fresh start. I still don't get what you were trying to get for. I still don't get that what you were trying to attain or go for is what you're getting. You're getting something better. And the way that it's showing up is it has the same sentiments of what you wanted, but it's a transition. So it's a little bit different, right? The recipe is a little bit different. The way it's showing up is a little bit different. Okay, let's go over to the extended. All right, guys, I want to really dig in over there. I want to get to the bottom line of what the fuck is going on. Okay, I want to see what blockages may be blurring your vision, okay, down this manifestational path. Okay, releasing these blockages are going to allow you to see things extremely clearly and get out of this 4 Cups and 9 of Wands energy and propel you towards this Ace of Pentacles, which is what you worked for. This is your harvest, okay? So I feel like it's coming, but there's some things that need to be kind of gucked and mucked and dug, okay, out. You need a clean slate, if you will. Let's also see what opportunities are heading in your direction that you might not be aware of at this juncture. All right. I more specifically want to look at what this Ace of Pentacles entails, like in detail. Okay. Because I do get that it's showing up a little bit different than what you would have actually manifested, but it's going to turn out to be much better than what you could have ever thought of, is what I'm hearing, okay? So I also want to see what is most likely the avenue to your financial breakthrough. If you have not discovered that yet, what are some careers, some career paths, some investments, some things that you need to be looking at that could be a signifier for where your financial abundance is, okay? I also want to know what warnings from the divine might be moving forward towards you that could possibly prolong this journey even further, all right? We want to get ahead of that so that you can be 10 steps ahead and it doesn't have an ability to slow this down any more than it already has been, because you're getting tired. I see it. Sick and tired, okay? Overwhelmingly tired with the 4 of Cups. All right, let's also see what changes do you need to make in order to see momentum and to see things changing immediately. We also get a time frame in reference to when you will meet this abundance. What time frame do we have here? Specific time frame, okay? And then we'll get advice from the divine, okay? And your spirit guides on how you can remove all blockages and speed up that momentum, as we stated, and get to this financial freedom and fulfillment in the least amount of time, okay? How do they suggest you remove all of those blockages? So without further ado, please click the like button and the subscribe button. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box, and I'm going to see y'all over there. Let go.